The door creaked open and the smell hit first, a sickly chemical stench that clung to the air inside a quiet workshop in Crawley, England. Detectives stepped cautiously into the shadows, but what they were about to uncover wasn't just a crime scene. It was a place where bodies didn't just disappear, they were erased. And at the centre of it all stood one man, John George Haigh, a killer who believed he could commit the perfect murder by dissolving his victims in acid. At first, Haigh didn't look like a monster. He was well dressed, soft-spoken and intelligent. He was born in England in 1909. He was raised in a strict religious household. As a child, he sang in church choirs, but behind that polished exterior, something darker was forming. By his 20s, Haigh had already begun a life of deception, forgery, fraud and manipulation, and prison didn't reform him, it refined him. While serving time, Haigh became obsessed with one idea. How do you destroy a body so completely that no crime can be proven? Using small animals and stolen chemicals, he experimented in secret. The answer he discovered would become infamous: sulfuric acid. When he was released, Haigh didn't just return to society, he was planning something far worse. His victims weren't strangers, they were people who trusted him, friends, business associates, and one by one he lured them in, often with promises of investments or business opportunities. But then without warning, he struck. Some were bludgeoned, others were shot, but the real horror came after death. Inside his rented workshops, Haigh prepared large industrial drums. He would place the bodies inside and pour in concentrated acid. Over hours, sometimes days, human remains dissolved into sludge. No body, no evidence, no crime, or so he believed. Among his victims were entire families, including the McSwans, whose disappearances Haigh carefully covered with forged letters and lies. Later, a wealthy couple, Dr. Archie Henderson and his wife Rose, met the same fate. Each murder followed a pattern: kill, dissolve, inherit, and for years it worked. But in 1949, Haigh made a mistake. His final victim, Olive Duran Deacon, wasn't forgotten. When she vanished, friends raised the alarm. Police began digging, and what they found led them straight to Haigh's workshop of horrors. Once inside the building, detectives uncovered a nightmare: rubber suits, acid containers, corroded oil drums, and something even more chilling: human remains that hadn't fully dissolved, teeth, gallstones and sludge. For the first time, Haigh's perfect crime began to unravel. When arrested, he didn't deny it. Instead, he confessed, calmly and coldly. And then he said something that shocked even seasoned detectives. He claimed he drank his victims' blood. Whether it was madness or manipulation, no one could be certain. But one thing was clear: this was no ordinary killer. Haigh stood trial in 1949. His defence argued insanity. The jury didn't believe it. He was found guilty and he was sentenced to death. That same year, John George Haigh was executed at Wandsworth Prison. He believed acid would erase his crimes forever, but he was wrong, because even without bodies, the truth has a way of rising to the surface. And decades later, his story still lingers, a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones who look just like us.